talk, guy talk, hip-hop culture, pop culture. We got a couple little stories in the hip-hop realm, in the entertainment segment we got coming up here in a second. But we're going to have fun. This is the all-inclusive show. We talking Georgia sports, Falcons, Braves, Hawks, basketball, football, whatever it may be, whatever y'all want to talk about, that's what we plan to do here on the Doug Stewart Show. You heard during the break, they talked a little bit about the Atlanta Hawks introducing the team's new general manager, Travis Schlenk, today at a press conference. Big expectations, a guy coming from the Golden State Warriors camp and what they've done and what they've amassed there over the last couple of years and winning championships and setting records and drafting all these great players. It's very, very positive, a very good look to bring in a guy with that type of pedigree. So we got a couple of cuts from the press conference today. Here's a cut from Travis Schlenk and talking about being on the same page with Coach Budenholzer.
Coach Bud and I had spent a few days together, just getting to know each other. We were acquaintances, but not close friends by any means. But we're off to a great start on that, and we share a lot of the same philosophies. And I think, the ball movement, the sharing the ball, the spacing the floor, all of those things are things that we both see eye to eye, and those will be things that we're going to look at in the future for sure.
Yeah, Coach Bud coming from San Antonio under Greg Popovich, spreading the ball around, spacing of the floor was paramount. As well as obviously the same type of philosophy that they had or still have in Golden State right now. That's a good thing. And also there's a question about the relationship between Coach Budenholzer and Mr. Schlenk because in effect, Coach Bud lost a lot of his power, in the move to bring in Travis Schlenk. So I think that's going to be fine. You could definitely hear the professionalism in his voice and how he was going to go about his business. We heard glaring recommendations and thoughts by Jerry West, the logo, and talking about Travis Schlenk. So all in all, I think he said a lot of the right things today. He said them in the right way. When talking about Atlanta, which is a big question, we've had this question for many, many years. Why is it that we can't get more free agents to come and play for this Hawks organization? Here's what Travis Schlenk had to say.
What I can tell you today is the philosophy we're going to have moving forward. We're going to be player friendly. I feel like we've got a great base for that. We're going to continue that. We're going to not only make this a place players want to come, but their families feel a part of the community as well. And that's going to be a big part of what the Hawks basketball organization is going to be moving forward. It's
the craziest thing. I'd say 75% of these NBA players all have residences in ATL. And it might even be a little bit high. Everybody got a house in Atlanta. When you got that type of money, you want to be in Atlanta. You want to be close to proximity of some of our finer adult establishments, our finer shoe modeling establishments.
I was about to say shoe modeling establishments.
And so I guess that's what it is. But for many, many years, man, cats didn't want to come to Atlanta. And so, man, if you can change the culture of this team, which, I think they're on the right track. I think Coach Budenholzer is a great guy to bring in and try to bring some stability to this organization. And that's crazy saying that, seeing as the team has been to the playoffs for like the last decade. But we need to take it to the next level and be able to get these high, priority free agents. And so that's good. If we can make Atlanta not only a destination for these cats to come and live in and then hang out at all of our shoe modeling establishments, adult clubs, then why not get them to play for the Atlanta Hawks? That's big. And also, here's Travis Schlenk talking about him being confident that they can make some big acquisitions for the team.
Well, obviously, any time that you're in the playoffs, it's a good thing. So that's something, obviously, we're going to look to maintain. But we need to maintain the flexibility so when the time comes to strike on a big acquisition, we're ready to do that. And like I said, we feel good about where we're positioned right now.
That's Travis Schlenk. I think it's a good move. They talked about a lot of different guys being considered for this position here with the Atlanta Hawks, with the organization. Chauncey Billups, Brent Berry was talked about, a couple other executives throughout the league, and they settled on this guy. And what better idea than to bring somebody in from the Golden State Warriors, who for much of my life has been the bottom of the barrel NBA team, except for the last 5 or 6 years. except for the years where they drafted Klay Thompson and Draymond Green in the second round and Steph Curry out of Davidson. Phenomenal. And that's what Travis Schlenk was ahead of personnel and drafting players. And so I think it's a great move. We got to go forward. We got to take it to the next step. Seems like we always make it to the playoffs. As I just mentioned, the last decade we've been to the playoffs. We've had some solid teams, but never a team that you thought would really make a dent in the playoffs. Never a team that you thought could get past LeBron James-led teams. And it's kind of unfortunate that you played in the era of Michael Jordan for players that played during that era, Charles Barkley's of the world and Patrick Ewing's of the world, Reggie Miller's of the world. It's kind of unfortunate that you're in the East and you play in the era with LeBron James. I mean, that's just real. But hopefully the Hawks can do some things, man, and take this thing to the next level. 404-741-0929. For people that want to know what that other number I was about to give out, that's the number that I give out on my show, that I have given out on my show online for the last 2 years.
You're so lucky I didn't hit the buzzer on you, D.
You were about to hit it.
Oh, yeah, for real.
Cut your boy some slack. So the number to the Solomon Brothers Diamond text line is 404-741-0929. Let's grab a call from Sports Official, is his name. Sports Official, thanks for calling the Doug Stewart Show. What you got?
Dougie Dance, you should have got the machine gun for putting that 3-4 number, whatever you was about to put out.
Yeah, exactly. We shot over your head just now, sir. Okay.
Okay.
What you got for me, brother?
I'm gonna do it real quick, and I'm gonna show everybody how a stew caller should do. Let me tell you this. First and foremost, I want to give a shout out to the U. That's me and you. Shout out to the U. We're gonna do the Dougie Dance over that on the retired Jersey Ryan. That's what we're gonna do. Shout out to the dogs, the poodles. And I'm gonna give you this right here. Monica, go Cavs. Okay, I'm gonna tell you this right there. Go Cavs. Sports Talk with the Texas Pete Hot Sauce. If everybody didn't know, Elle Duncan started with the Stews. So if you see her on Saturday and Sunday on Sports Center, she started with the Stews, and I'm going to hit it like this. All right, and I'm gone.
And he's gone. All right. Long story with that little back and forth just now with the all right, and I'm gone. It's kind of something we used to do back in the day.
I'm mad I know what that means, too. I'm so mad.
Hey, appreciate the call, folks. Let's grab another one. Jason from Athens. Jason, thanks for calling the Doug Stewart Show on 92.9 The Game. What you got?
Hey, what's happening, Doug?
What's up, man? How you doing, Jason?
Hey, we're all good up here. Congratulations on the show. Hope it goes well.
Well, let me say it for the record. Let me stop you right there. You may have just tuned in. This is technically an audition. Yesterday and today, but I feel confident that we can make something happen. I'm hoping that we can make something happen. How about that?
But you know how it is. Once you take it to dinner, you're in there.
That's what's up. What you got for me, Jay?
All right, I wanted to make a comment, a couple points on this paying college athletes. From a broad perspective, the players have no voice. You know, it's almost like they need to unionize or band together,
right,
and have a forum to speak. But with that being said, they won't do it because they don't really want to have to admit to the fact that they can't go hang out with the dudes on a Friday night for pizza because they ain't got no money.
Right.
You know, they're big man on campus. And
right.
From a personal standpoint, they go out there, 75,000 people yelling for them. They're making people all this money, and then they have to go back to the dorm room or whatever and sit around and look at the world from that perspective and say, man, this is messed up. You know?
Yeah.
I can't even catch a ride. Can't go down to the TJ Maxx, get a pair of shorts or nothing. I mean, what would that do to someone's self-confidence? It's messed up. They need to find a way to fix it, and I'm gone.
I appreciate the call, Jason. He's gone. All right. Here's the thing about that, and you're exactly right, man. The problem is, and you remember a couple of years ago, I believe it was Northwestern, that talked about unionizing or trying to come together and try to spur change and how, you know, players are treated and how, you know, monies are divvied up in college football. And I don't remember exactly what happened from the story right now. But the problem is who's going to be the first to do something like that and talking about these college athletes? Because if you're the first, pretty much you're forfeiting your college career. You know, you don't want, especially if you're a kid that has aspirations of playing at the next level. So they're kind of like in a rock and a hard place. We know that this isn't right. But we know that if we're the first to try to bring about some real change and trying to unionize or whatever, then their college careers are pretty much over. Somebody's going to have to take the hit for it to progress to the next level, to progress to a point where college athletes are getting paid or given what they deserve. I don't even know if being paid is the right way to even look at it. They should get what they deserve. They should share in the revenue. It's as simple as that. So they're in a rock and a hard place. They want to make change, but if they do make change, they're probably done. Their season is probably over. And will it actually happen? Someone will benefit from it down the road, maybe the next year or the year after the year after. But if you're a college football player trying to play in the NFL, or an NBA college player, or a college player trying to play in the NBA, and you boycott games, you come together and you try to unionize or whatever, your college career is pretty much over. It's the next person that's going to benefit. Will you be able, or will you be willing to do something like that? That's hard, especially for a 17, 18-year-old kid. Don't go away. Back in 5 minutes, Sports Radio 92.9 The Game.
Sports Radio 92.9 The Game.
Deep in the heart of our city. Deep in the heart of our fans.
Atlanta, we got nothing to be ashamed of, man. We're going to come back, finish the job.
The Falcons are an amazing team, and we're a force to be reckoned with.
Deep in the heart of our resolve.
You know, let's work as hard as we possibly can to be the best team that we can be when we get to September.
We are driving forward, relentless in the pursuit of our goal.
Right back to the top.
You know, it's good to be back here working with my brothers.
In brotherhood, we rise.
The NFC champion Falcons play here. Sports Radio 92.9 The Game.
The CDC tells us that suicide is now the leading cause of death among teenagers, far surpassing car accidents. An article in the Wall Street Journal says that women are twice as likely to suffer from depression as men and are far more likely to medicate those conditions with alcohol. If you're going through depression or know someone who is, remember that when man loses hope, he begins to hope for death. But God understands our depression. Sometimes he knows we simply need some rest and refreshment. Sometimes he knows we need new direction, but most of all, he loves us regardless of how we feel. If you're depressed and don't have the will to go on, look up. Talk to your Creator, the God of the universe. Tell him everything, all your fears, anger, and your despair. Not only will he understand, he can restore you and over time give you a way to get through it. It begins with trusting him, one day at a time. This is Bryant Wright, speaking right from my heart.
Okay, keep your eyes closed.
Okay.
I want to show you my first ever painting.
All right.
Okay. Open your eyes.
Oh, that's a lot of colors and shapes.
So be honest. What do you think?
Well, I like how if you switch to Geico, you could save hundreds of dollars on car insurance.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Here, why don't I hold your paintbrush while you call them?
Geico, because saving 15% or more on car insurance is always a great answer.
Asking the right question is 95% of getting the right answer.
Here's a question I'll bet you haven't heard before.
You're the Speaker of the House. Have you reached out to the Democrats yet?
You've done your homework on this. Mr. Vice President, tell me where you think this conflict is right now.
Terrific question.
What are some of the questions you want to see answered about what Russia may have done?
Thank you for the question.
What do you see as the central question?
Really a good question.
That's a great question.
Oh, that's a good question.
That is the perfect question.
Here's a question. Why would you get your news from anywhere other than CBS This Morning?
Sunday morning on CBS.
Good morning. I'm Jane Pauley.
Go to the ends of the earth.
This is exciting.
You've never seen anything like it.
And reach for the stars.
Hey, this is pretty fun.
Look through a telescope and go, wow.
Da, 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 da.
Experience thought-provoking, innovative, and truly original reporting. Because there's always something new under the sun on CBS Sunday morning.
Gamertag Radio is headed to E3 2017.
E3 is one of the biggest events for Gamertag Radio, and you don't want to miss this.
Join hosts Danny Pena, Paris Lilly, and Peter Toledo direct from the Convention Center floor.
What are the plans for Microsoft? We're going to see more new titles from Sony PlayStation. And how about Nintendo? Interviews, roundtable discussion, previews, hand-on impressions, and more.
E3 2017 coverage on Gamertag Radio.
June 11th through the 15th. GamerTagRadio.com or play.it/Gamertag.
Do you have a case of the Mondays?
You know what it is? I just need a me day.